Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. It is January 20th, 2020, 9:37 p.m. Eastern Time. BTC 8650 on Binance, right? So in today's content, we're going to talk about the 4-day chart, the hourly 200 EMA and 100 EMA. We're also going to talk about a possible rejection. Where could we be anticipating a rejection, and where could we be finding a support in case of a sell-off to the downside, right? We're also going to talk about the volume, kind of very interesting aspect of the volume, showing us multiple sign of weaknesses for BTC, right? So let's start off with the daily, the 4-day chart, right? It is going to be a very quick one. So when you take a look at the 4-day candle, right, we said it a few hours ago, BTC closing below 87.20 was very important, right? And you can see it right before the daily candle started, BTC started to pump like almost 150 points, stuff like that. But 10 minutes before the daily candle started, basically the 4-day candle closing, right, BTC dumped like another 100 points down. So it was very important. So even though we're going to talk about the next move to the upside or the next move to the downside, but even though I was looking for 80 88 and above, I wasn't expecting it within this candle. So I was expecting this candle to close red to give us like a more bullish or bearish momentum, give us like a better sign of reversal or a better sign of further uptrend. But as of now, you can see it even on the 50 day on the 50-day moving average. You can see it on the 4-day chart. It is basically got rejected cleanly, right? I don't use it much, but I just wanted to basically show you that 50 MA, right? So very important. So next topic going to be the hourly 100 and 200 EMA, guys. So as discussed, right, previously, you can see it like if you go back and even watch any of my previous live stream, and I was telling you guys, we gotta keep attention. We gotta pay clear attention to 100 EMA and basically 200 EMA. They're most likely going to be supporting the price, and BTC was like roughly 8900 that time, 89 to 9k range. I was looking for this area, at some point when price drop to to see like some sideways correction before either pump it to the upside, right? So but the bulls managed to basically give us the push to the upside and then drop all the way down, right? So now we're moving sideways. It is a good sign, at least for the short term, and at the same time, price is getting squeezed in between the 21 EMA, 100 EMA, and 200 EMA. So most likely we're going to get out of this area very soon, right? One thing also we discussed previously, I told you, like whenever you see a possible divergence on 45 minutes on an uptrend, it is a good sign of a possible reversal, right? Now we're getting a divergence. Most likely price can come back down and retest this trend line like this, and then probably not break this area. It could break it, but it really does. It's not going to be like more than 1%, right? Even if it drop it down to like 84.11 range, blah blah blah, it is still a good divergence. We still can make this move to the upside, but it could be very fast also. So we just have to be very cautious, because you can see what type of basically rejection we got right around this area, just about like 2 hours before the candle, daily candle closed, right? So you can see like we pump and then but drop heavily. So basically the bear is taking control of the market right now, but it is hard to see. You just have to basically take a look at it on the lower degree so you can see these type of details, right? So very important. So what type of pullback I'm looking for, if like we get this divergence, right? If like we get this divergence, I'm looking for a pullback to 0.618 to 0.786. Very important, right? So you can see 0.786, roughly 9k, 0.618, roughly 89 8800 range. But I'm trying to front run it, look for this area, okay, for a possible rejection. Can it go high? Absolutely, it can push to the upside. That's why I'm even looking for up to 9100, right? At the very top, okay. A good average of 89 50 9k range, it is going to be extremely good. It doesn't have to be extremely accurate, right? It doesn't have to be extremely accurate, but I'm just looking for some sign of a sideways correction, bear flag, bull flag, blah 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 in this range, right? So keep that in mind, at least for the short term, right? Support I'm looking for, we just have to take a look at it on a 6 hour. Very important. 6 hour, on the 6 hour, I'm looking for support in this area, okay. 100 EMA and also like a 200 EMA, right? So even if you do your even if I check it on my fib retracement, you can see swing high to swing low, it is going to be between like 382 and 50%, right? So I don't think like the drop going to be severe. You got all these moving averages basically looking forward to support the price, right? By the time we get to this 0.618, it might be very boring, right? So let's just keep that in mind, at least for the short term, right? So let's take a look at the 12-hour. 12-hour is not giving us much. It is just basically giving us showing us a support from the 21 EMA on the 12 hours. Very important. Also, you can see like even back in after the 10.5 pump, the 40% pump was a strong support, okay, before we broke it, and we took a nice dump, like we took a short right around this area of a 93 range. So we could be making the same move, a drop in this area, a pushback up, give us a W we're looking for at the top like this, right? Triple top, and then roughly around like this, right? So it could be like that, right? Something like that, right? So and then we could be looking for a support from this 100 EMA on the 12-hour, right? So which is the same thing, right? If you really understand what you're doing, it is roughly the same thing as the on the 6-hour time frame, or what we were looking for, okay? So 382 to like a 50% pullback. So I don't see no sign of a dump down to like a 74-7500 range, which is like a 0.618. I don't see no sign as of now, right? It's gonna be a very it could be a very boring drop, okay? It could take like 3 weeks to even like a drop down to these areas of low low 7k to mid 7k range. It could take forever. So I don't have any type of analysis in regard to regarding like a 2000 point dump, stuff like that. All I'm saying is like sideways correction, blah blah blah, and basically some some support and resistance, stuff like that, right? So let's take a look at the volume, right? So volume is kind of, it is not as extensive as I was expecting, at least on a daily. We're still making some lower volume, right, on Binance, okay? The selling pressure is not even above the average, like the last last 24 hours. We basically volume was extremely low, was roughly 38,000. That's not enough to pump the price. So if you're gonna get the average is like roughly 52, a 52,000 average volume is good enough to create like up to like a 400, sometimes even 600 points of volatility. So let's see like if we can get at least 48 to 52,000 trading volume within the next 24 hours. Currently we just got a 2,000. That's not a lot, okay? Like 2,000 volume in like 2 hours. It's not a good rate, right? It's just about 2.5 in 3 hours. That's not even like 30,000 volume like for a 12 hours rate, right? So for a 24 hours time frame. So we're most likely going to get some volatility very soon. The lower degree, as I mentioned, volume is decreasing. So it is most likely gonna give us some some high volatility very soon. So keep that in mind, at least for the short term, right? All right, guys, that's all I wanted to discuss today. The 4-day chart, the 1 hour 100 EMA and 200 EMA support. We could be looking for 81 to 79, and the resistance we're going to be looking for, it is roughly around 88 to 88 to 91, and I'm basically looking for the 88 to 91 in this range. Okay, market is pretty bearish. I'm not saying like it cannot drop, right? It definitely can drop, but the safest entry, it is basically 88 to 91 range, this top. Okay, we could definitely get a nice bot, right? Get a nice pullback with a very heavy volume. Could be a low volume too, okay, from this area, and then get rejected right away, right? Because remember, the 4-day chart just started, and basically got the last 4-day chart got rejected. So I don't see like how BC gonna be basically just like a pumping like above 9200 within the next 4 days. it's not going to be easy for BTC to basically dominate this week. Okay, the bulls to dominate this week. It's not going to be easy, right? So even if we push back up to like a 90, 92, 93, after the next 4-day candle, the current 4-day candle, we're most likely going to pull back again to 98, right? Just in terms of a candle body, right? Just in terms of candle body, right? So that's all I wanted to cover today, guys. Hopefully the content is useful. If you like the content, make sure to hit the likes, make sure to subscribe, join the public Telegram group. We got a premium member. If you want to upgrade to our premium member, send me a message and then I'll give you the link to our Discord channel, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.